Hey, welcome to this second part of this road trip in Onitsha. In this one, we're going to drive through the beautiful estate. That estate, they say, it contains the most beautiful palatial mansions in Onitsha, around this area. Unfortunately, those mansions are built on dusty roads. The roads are very dusty, sandy, bumpy. But on the light side, on the good side, it is very, very close to the River Niger. And it has some beautiful landscapes. The kind of landscapes you see in Enugu, Abuja, Jos, and some part of Ogun State. Yes, Abeokuta to be precise. It has some. That's the River Niger. Yes, it's easily accessible here, as you can see. We pass this way. We pass through the federal prisons. That's the bridge. This bridge is the bridge over the Nkisi River. Yes. If you're a property geek, you like properties, you're interested in acquiring a property around this area, hop in the ride. Let's go along and see the area together. Also, if you like sightseeing as usual, you want to see around the landscapes and how it looks like, hop in. Let's take a look around. That's the Onitsha prisons right here. Yes, you can see it also connects the other side of it, the right side of it. It also connects the federal housing estate. We'll be trying to get a way to link up to that estate. Then if we link up to that estate, we'll bust out to the road that leads to Nsugbe, the Tree junction. That's the entrance. We're approaching the entrance to the estate. As you can see, it's very bumpy. We'll be talking about the government promise, how the politicians have been playing around with the people, the landlords of this estate, and the likes of that. Biko keka esi chọta ụzọ anyị esi pụtare anyị apụ tare na mgbago daalụ. So right now we're in the estate. It looks good, not too bad at all. It's just that imagine rainy season using riding on this kind of road. It will be horrible. Also, as usual, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that. Also, like the video if you enjoy it, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Yes, we're in the estate now, and it's looking exactly like people said. It's also evident that they have good drainages. The drainages have been constructed, but it's just the roads. It's very, very dusty. It goes to the level of being hazardous to health, you know. A lot of landlords that don't want to appear on camera, they said that politicians have been doing politics, playing politics with them about the issue of roads in this estate. That the ex-governor. Please, before we continue, this is where we leave our Facebook viewers. If you're watching this on Facebook, please click on the video link in the video description and finish watching on YouTube. Thanks. Yes, a lot of landlords in this estate is actually called Akpaka GRA. It's an estate. It's unfortunate that their roads are dusty, sandy, bumpy, you know. It's really bad, but they have a good road network, as you can see, and the roads are wide. Unlike many estates in Lagos where you have tiny roads, they don't the planners or the surveyors, original surveyors, did not give enough large enough roads, you know, considering that there should be pedestrian walk by the side before the drainages and the roads proper, you know. The roads are wide enough if they will be constructed by the governor. So some of the landlords, they didn't want to appear on camera. They said the ex-governor, Peter Obi, ex-governor of Anambra, came here. They consulted him about constructing the roads for them, and he showed willingness to do it. At the time, he even gave some conditions. He gave them a bill that each landlord will pay 750,000 Naira for CFO and support for government to come and build the roads. But unfortunately, after spending eight years in power as a governor of Anambra, he didn't build the roads for them. Then, towards the end of his tenure, the time he was campaigning for the current governor, they came here together. They campaigned. They promised to build the road. They even brought a building contractor. The contractor showed that the governor has given a check of 100 million Naira as an advance to start work. But unfortunately, after the elections, the contractor came back and said that the check bounced. Politicians are magic. He said that the check bounced and he doesn't know what to do, that they have committed their own money. You know, they brought sand, moved equipment and some other stuff. You know, eventually, excuse me, eventually the contractor had to leave the estate, and they are stuck with their dusty roads, you know. So politicians always see development through politics. They always read political meanings before executing projects. For instance, this estate is filled with rich guys, you know. There isn't much population, so definitely the voting population is not here. So politicians always want to do things, execute projects where the people will clap for them, where people will say, this governor is trying, I'll vote for him in next election, you know, that kind of thing. They don't look at the aesthetic side of development, you know. Hey, I think this place, we need to make a turn, eh? Nice buildings here. I think we need to make a turn, because here we might need to go up further to find a way to link up to federal housing. Yes, this one is a nice house too. Beautiful house. So the politicians always look at how much the impact of the project they are going to execute, the political impact. They like to cite projects where there are more people, you know, where more people will applaud them. They don't look at the aesthetic side of the project. For example, if it's going to lift up the area, if it's going to impact business, if people will say, hey, this place is a fine neighborhood, let me go and site my business around here. Or maybe investors like the financial guys, the bank guys, who will say, this place is a very nice, beautiful neighborhood, let me come and site my HQ here, or let me come and do this here, you know, that kind of thing. You know, when you travel, you move around, even within the country, you see some people, some politicians who don't think that way, who think it is better to have a clean environment, no matter if it is going to improve the value. For instance, here, if these roads are constructed, really paved, well paved, it will increase the value, if not triple the value of the property here. Not sure how much one can buy a land here now, but definitely if the roads are paved asphalted, it will triple the value or double. That said, it is better to, if one is looking to invest in property around here, this is the time to come and do it, because definitely, even if like the current governor, his tenure is about to finish, and he might not be able to come and build this, finish constructing this road. So this is actually the time to come and invest here, because whenever it is done, maybe the new administration that will come in after the elections will, even if they are going to come and construct the road, it will increase the value of the properties here, because that will draw more people. They will say, this place is now good, no more dust, let's move here, let's go and build here, let's go and buy a land or a property here, that kind of thing. So this is actually the right time to come and invest. If you are thinking of investing, you have you want to invest in the east, you want to invest in Onitsha area, of course the old GRA, the main GRA, the one of Niger Drive, is very, very expensive. It's very expensive, and the plot size is larger. It's 1 acre instead of 600 square meters here. So definitely it's much more expensive there, but they have better roads. Maybe next time we'll try and take a drive in that area to show you guys. Right now we are trying to locate a way out. This is still the estate, but that looks like federal housing, so we have to take left, or is it right first, then find our way to get into federal housing. Then when we get into federal housing, we'll try and show you guys mansions also in federal housing estate. When we get there, we'll find our way to link up to the 33 highway. Those of you who are familiar with this area, that highway leads to Nsugbe and all those other, so when we get to the highway, we'll get to the Y junction, the 33 junction, then we'll take right. That right will bus to the express. That express is actually under construction. The Enugu-Onitsha expressway is under construction. We'll bus there and continue our journey to down, So right now, I think it's official. It looks like here is federal housing, no longer Akpaka. We need to ask around, because but there's no one in sight. Maybe we should speed things up a little bit. This one also is looking good. A beautiful mansion. Also the one on the left. They're all looking good, but the dusty roads makes it's totally uninviting, But as an investor, if you're an investor, this is the time. This one is equally very fine. As an investor, this is the time to come and invest. You see, generally in Nigeria, not only Anambra, in Nigeria generally, it is people that start the development. They first of all go to an estate, go to an area and start building before the government comes, like putting the cart before the horse instead of the horse in front of the cart. The government is actually supposed to come and pave the roads, build the drainages and the sidewalk, draw the electricity lines, Then start mapping out mapping out the plots and inviting people to come and buy and build. Oh, this is a beautiful one too. Very beautiful, huge mansion. Very nice, with marbles. Also the one on the right too. Very beautiful. Almost the same kind of building. It looks like it's owned by one person or maybe designed by the same person. So definitely it is people that drive, the private guys that drive the development instead of government. When people start enter a particular area, they start building there. This causes lack of planning. You know, it makes because the community that sold the land to the people, they normally want to maximize the sales. For instance, where they should have 100 acres, if it is well planned, wide roads and everything taken care of, they would like to have 150 acres, or they will have to. Oh, finally, we are busting out in a paved road. Oh wow, that's good. That's good. Time to speed up a little bit. The bumps have been bumps will give someone a headache and a lot of stress. Oh, and it just ends. Oh, this totally looks like a private effort. Let's ask these guys, please, how can we bust 3-3? We are looking for a way to bust the highway to Nsugbe. Thanks. So it's like if government can wake up to their responsibilities and drive the development, when they even if the land was sold by the community, the government too should be involved in the planning, so that if all the planning regulations will be observed. Oh, this one is a nice house too. All the planning regulations, like this place for instance, the roads aren't wide enough. It's kind of narrow, you know. If one vehicle parks one side, two cars cannot pass by each other, you know. So if they are able to draw the spearhead the development of the area, then when people come, it will reduce their stress. For instance, if you watched a while back where we passed, it looks like it was they used concrete on the road. That should be a private effort, you know, because living in this dusty area, imagine all these tricycles. They are the ones, people use them as taxis here. They are the ones that bring people in and out, you know. People who don't have cars, even driving cars here is stressful already. Already the bumps on the road is too much to have, you know. So it's still the time, irrespective of all the downsides, all the disadvantages of this estate. It's still a nice time to come and invest whenever a good governor, someone that knows that the aesthetic of a city actually helps the city develop. When that person comes, he might say, okay, let me go and develop this place, let me go and build up the road so that there will be, you know, easy on the life of the people living there. That time the property will double, the price, the value of the property will kind of double, if not triple. This looks like a hotel. Yes, a hotel hidden deep inside here. Again, there's a tarred road. Wow, the bumpy ride has been back aching and stressful. Let's speed it up and see if that road really busts. Oh, and it's long. Let's speed it up and reach that end. Hey, what a beautiful landscape. and it looks like this place is a mostly block of flats, no personal homes, mansions, block of flats for commercial, private, and all that. What is down there? Looks like there's a valley down there. Let's see what it is. So guys, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done that, and enable notifications so that you'll be notified when a new video pops up. Also like the video if you enjoyed watching. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The next video we will round up the talk about travel, then we'll show you the route that pops from Nkwele to the express. Oh, this is a deep valley. I don't think that's motorable, but there are cars. Yeah, look at 2 cars down there. Wow, this is definitely not our road. Okay guys, thanks for watching.